Welcome. My name is Raffaella from the Balance Yoga and Natural Health. I thought of doing this video this morning. I've been having some conversation with a client about fatigue, chronic fatigue. So a question. Do you ever feel like you're constantly running on empty, even after a full night's sleep? You wake up, you're already tired. Maybe you're feeling brain fog, or just that your body is not you're working as you want it to. It's not cooperating. So I heard that few people suffer with chronic fatigue, and you're not alone. So chronic fatigue is just a very broad umbrella of symptoms, and they go from mild but persistent to quite debilitating. So today we're going to explore a powerful and sometimes overlooked connection with the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is like a body superhighway connecting your brain to almost all of your major organs. It's a primary player in your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest mode, where it's not functioning optimally. When its tone is low, your body struggles to switch off from fight or flight. So there are lots of different definitions and theories, and it could be a nervous vagus nerve dysfunction, damage, inflammation, and even infection. There is a theory of vagus nerve infection. And how does this happen? Again, lots of many theories, and medicine is not a perfect science. It's constantly evolving and discovering new things. Our body is so complex that we know very little about it. And definitely parasympathetic nervous system is because it controls all of our body, is very, very complex. And it's amazing actually that it stays in balance and function. So many with chronic fatigues, whether it's long COVID, general burnout, or chronic fatigue syndrome, this switch between on and off of the fight and flight mode often gets stuck. Your nervous system is constantly on high alert. If you don't feel actually stressed, it becomes your new normal. This low-grade persistent activation drains your energy reserves, impacting everything from your digestion to your mood. And there is to say the vagus nerves that do go wrap around our digestive system. So anything it's like what came before first, the chicken or the hen or the eggs. Sorry. So any problem with your digestive system affects the parasympathetic nervous system and vice versa. So, like for example, if you're highly stressed or maybe you're in sudden panic, you might feel, a sense of nausea and maybe throw up. That's a parasympathetic nervous system. That's your vagus nerves telling to empty your stomach. Is the fight or flight. Get ready to, you know, get ready. And we cannot send energy to your digestive system. Um, this exercise, there's lots of theories. What it has to be very individual to assess that what is the root cause of your chronic um, feeling of tiredness, fatigue, and low energy, always tired mentally, physically. So the good news is we can gently retrain and strengthen our vagus nerves. In fact, it's something we should do daily just to um, maintain a good response that doesn't overrun. We're going to explore two simple yet profound tools: mantra, mudra, hand gesture, and pranayama. These practices are rooted in ancient wisdom of an accessible way to shift your nervous system into the much needed rest and digest state. So, mantra and mudra. Mantra, we know this word has been used in common language nowadays and is the sound of something that is repeated. It can be chanted or just said a word numerous times, repeating it, making vibration into the throat. So this is a direct stimulation of your vagus nerve branches that are located where you feel that vibration. We will combine it with mudra. So mudra are hand gestures. This is coming from the yoga tradition and helps to focus your energy. And the mudra we're going to use is the Gyam mudra, but actually it's a variation for Vata. So if you know Ayurveda, so this type of chronic fatigue, vagus nerve depletion is an imbalance of Vata. So for the Vata mudra, we're going to have your Gyam mudra is just tip of the second finger and thumb joining. And if you slide it down to the base of your thumb, that is for Vata. So we'll be using this mudra. The mantra, they're going to use the simple Om sound. In fact, I would invite you to say rather than Om, G. Yeah? A G is the guttural. So really, we're getting that vibration onto the throat. So let's try. So sitting comfortably, you can be seated in a chair. You don't need to be seated, like a yogi. The spine is supported, straight, neutral. Get your mudra. So if you find it difficult to slide, you just have the normal yin mudra. It's also called chi mudra. And let it rest, palm facing up. You might need to feel more grounded with the palm facing down, touching your thighs towards the knee. So just do a little bit of test. How does it feel with the palm facing up, resting on your thighs, or the palm facing down? Okay. Okay. take nice few breaths, natural breathing. So the chant is done on the exhalation, and I invite you to keep the sound going as long as you got air into your lungs. And this is a practice. Initially, the first time you do it, you probably stop sooner that you're able to. So it really experience it, practice it, see how long it goes. The first one is always shorter, and as you practice, it becomes longer and longer. And then there is a sense of pause before we take a breath in to do the next one. We're going to do it just a few hums and not very long, 5 hums. Soften your gaze, maybe close your eyes, spine straight. Okay. And then we're going to start on inhale. Again, gently open your eyes. See how this simple practice made you feel. Of course, you can do for longer, but if you have an intense stage of your chronic fatigue, everything has to be done slowly. And we will practice next day long breathing. We're going to be practicing a few things for the vagus nerve stimulation, specific for specific is for chronic fatigue, for the fight or flight, recalibrating your vagus nerves. Hope you can join me next time, and please subscribe And if you sign up to my website, you will get reminders about the next one. Thank you very much. Namaste.